Oh, sorry, I forgot to put that back. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, your head is fucking cut off.
Oh. Folks, welcome back to the Producer Lounge. Brought to you by Yerba Mate. And Always 400, of course, our benefactors.
Right.
Folks, if you're new here, you could call this a podcast if you want. It's more of a live broadcast.
It's more of a live broadcast. Come on.
We like to say broadcast instead of podcast here because iPods don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So this is a broadcast about music production. All right, folks. Yep. And
is that where that's where pod in cast comes from?
Yep.
From iPod? Wow.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Mind blown.
So
Aged it.
I didn't know.
Shout out the Podfather.
The Podfathers.
What's his name? Fucking
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
No.
Please.
God damn it. Anyways, this is a broadcast about music production. We're gonna chit chat about it, basically.
Yep.
That's the gist.
It's going down.
We got a bunch of topics about
We're gonna talk about it.
Low end kind of mixing,
Yep.
I guess you could say.
Why you should phase your sub.
Low end theory.
Reverb your
I
sub.
was gonna say, but we already have an episode entitled Low End Theory, so I was trying to dance around it, but
like that one band, Low End Theory.
the album?
No, I think
That
it's a
band,
band.
Low End
Well,
Theory.
there's
What
probably
even
a band.
aren't bands anymore.
There's what?
All right, let's not get too far into the weeds yet. Everybody, speaking of weeds, we have a special guest today.
Oh, who is it?
You heard him on the mic just then. It's Restraint.
What's up, buddy?
Welcome to the show.
Yo, thank you.
An absolute legend
Happy
of
to
the
be here.
pod.
Wait, are we live right now?
Yes, we are.
Cool,
We got
cool,
some.
we're live. Cool, we're live.
Jet is
So-
here also in the chat.
Hey,
Oh.
Jet.
Jet, welcome
Jet's
back, buddy.
here.
Welcome back. Big ups.
Woo, 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 woo. Here we
This
go.
is John's like
Pop punk.
18th episode with the
Nah.
pod. 19th, 20th,
It's
at
quite
least.
a few,
Yeah.
but
Could be double that.
he's a close homie, and he is a wizard, you could say, or probably more along the lines of warlock.
Dabbles
I
in
would
the
say.
dark arts.
Yeah, warlock.
I like
would
that.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd call him a wizard if he was making color bass, you know. But he's kind of making
Warlord.
monochromatic bass.
Yeah.
Monochromatic bass.
I don't know. Just I'm making up things as I go at this point. Someone speak.
Speaking.
Oh,
Thanks
perfect.
for having me.
Dude, I got you, man.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
Happy to
we're
be
glad.
here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, we vibing.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good time.
For our viewers out there who don't know, we bring up John on almost every episode, even when he's not here,
That's true.
because he's just exploding with knowledge and wisdom
Oh.
and spells, of course.
Yes. Yes,
Can't be a
there are-
warlock without the
There's
base
spells.
spells.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
base spells.
Are they called recipes to those who are just practicing it all the time?
I
Maybe.
suppose.
I have no idea. I'm not initiated.
That's a good question.
Runes, maybe. Dropping some runes here and there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing,
Could see
right?
it.
Yeah, because you're
It-
not like. Well, I guess
It's
the
kinda like-
chef, but if is
Like,
the
do
chef
muggles call themselves muggles?
right? But also, does a chef cast the dishes? Like
Oh.
you know, if a spell is a dish,
Yeah.
he does kind of cast dishes.
Yeah.
He does the recipe,
Yeah.
but it is a dish.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
guess
love that that's where your head goes
yeah,
for the analogy.
yeah, that's the closest thing I could
Chefs?
think of.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love
So
it.
presets are kind of like, Eye of Newt.
Right.
Oh.
Eye of Newt.
Eye of Newt.
Yes.
That's the
It's
title
a
of this
very
episode.
special plug-in, that one.
That would be kind of funny in like Serum. You can add your own folders into it.
Oh my
You just
God.
have a little drop down where it's like lead, bass, pads,
Eye
spells.
of Newt. Oh.
Someone should definitely make a plugin called like Cauldron VST.
Yeah.
And we just like put random ingredients and it makes noises.
oh,
that's
Freak
based on
Show
what you did.
Industries, where you at? They
yeah,
would
shout
nail
out.
that one.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Call
a
it the witch's
sampler, but
cauldron.
it's doing some shit that you're not
You
seeing.
just drop them
Right.
in. They just kind of rotate. You can like the controls aren't like how to control
Right, they're not
the pitch.
traditional.
It's more like tip the cauldron. Turn
Right.
the
Yeah.
heat up.
Right.
Yeah.
Stir. Make sure.
Turn the
add-
heat up.
You could
More
have it
broth.
where if you don't stir it like every 20 seconds per sample put in, then it just randomizes.
Oh.
So you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta stir this or flatten it like now.
Gotta stir the cauldron.
Honestly, ChatGPT would probably be able to whip something up for us.
That's probably
Yeah.
no pun intended.
Pun intended.
Oh, he intended that one.
Oh.
Looks like Jet has a quick question.
Witch.
Also, welcome new person.
Shoot with your questions,
Oh,
sir.
Siren.
Highlighted. Oh, Serum.
He's back.
Siren.
Saren.
She's back.
I think
They're
it's Siren.
back. They've
Serenium.
been here
Serenium,
before.
I
Been
think
here
is how it's pronounced.
Serenium.
Serenium
What's up?
13.
What's up, Yume?
Probably their age.
So Jet says, anyways, I've got a question about, I guess I can say something related about music marketing. You can say whatever you want.
Into the marketing.
Every time. Every time. We got you, dude.
Is
We
it
got
like
you.
how to market a pop punk album?
Nah, it's going to be
We're pretty good at that.
post-pop punk by now.
Oh, yeah. Post neo pop.
Shoot with the question.
How many
please.
times should I post a video on TikTok to grow my fan base, and how do I grow my fan base on TikTok?
Oh,
One,
easy.
we're not TikTok experts.
I mean, they're not. John is.
Oh, happy birthday, Sarah Nume 13.
Oh, happy birthday, buddy.
Jet and him.
You're Taurus.
Birthday peeps.
Jet also?
Yeah.
It's his birthday too? What did he say that?
Birthday's in a few days.
Dude, that's dope. My
Oh.
birthday is also in a few
God
days.
damn.
We're all birthday
Oh,
buddies.
no, only Jet. I see.
It's just another day, guys. I hate
very
to break it to you, but
Shit, is it?
nothing happens.
But you can make
That's true.
something happen.
Just the grumpiest man alive.
Yeah.
Just like
But I'm going to caveat that.
Your birthday is worthless.
Go make tunes.
Yeah.
birthday tunes.
Birthday type beat?
You know?
Birthday type
Right.
beat.
So ChatGPT says, honestly, consistency with TikTok is key.
Yep.
Doing it regularly and posting things on a regular basis.
Aw.
Aim to post at least once
Aw.
a day or a few times a week to keep your audience engaged and attract
That's
new
for sure.
followers.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, post a lot.
I'm just gonna outsource all my answers
I know.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not talking to John anymore. It's just ChatGPT.
Which is just an amalgamation of a random people's comments online.
And
Yeah,
possible bullshit because it doesn't know what's real or not. It's just going to
sounded kinda real, though.
No, that's
Yeah, no.
for sure.
It's fine.
That's
Yeah.
what
Pretty
Gary
good
V,
answer.
if anybody
fine
knows
recommendation.
Gary V out there, he's always preaching post minimum 4 times a day. Doesn't even matter if it's good content.
I mean,
just send it.
But it's also that's the obvious answer.
Yeah, for sure.
People, I even ask myself, how do I do? It's just the obvious thing that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Let's-
What we do is we do a podcast once a week. Consistency.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it
And
goes.
what's cool is you can create content off of that longer form content.
Correct.
Yep.
And chop it down and make a bunch of little tiny shit. But also with
Very
TikTok,
useful.
one of the keys that I've seen is find a like a thing you can do. I'm gonna unbox things and film myself unboxing things, and then you just do that with a bunch of shit. You just continue
Yep.
giving the same content.
Yep.
Right.
Caleb's box.
Yeah, you just got to pick something that you haven't seen somebody do, or you have a good twist
Exactly.
on, and then you just do that a bunch. If that's dancing, then just do a bunch of dancing
I will-
videos in a row.
I would like to see Jet do a bunch of dancing videos.
I would. Yeah, that'd be guys.
I will
What
say
was your
though,
TikTok again, Jet?
I will say on the topic of that, my opinion of TikTok content though is that it's not providing enough substance to your fan base. Do you want to be a trend setter or a trend follower? And if you're just gonna go follow and do what everybody else is doing on TikTok, that's fine. But I feel if you really want to be unique and different, finding a different path to go. Try to think about what other platforms are there. Maybe there's other types of content or formats that you can be giving.
Go to
out.
Rumble.
Or honestly, you don't live in America, if I'm right about that.
Definitely not.
So basically, you could film kind of just your daily life, things that people don't normally see, and boom. and
The-
and you
the
could have the
Shahidons
music underneath
here.
be
Let's
your
go.
tunes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
Full
Full Metal.
What's up,
Let's
Shaheladin?
go.
Oh, Full Metal. What's up, my
What's
bud?
up?
Yeah, honestly, just like try and figure out like something that people haven't seen. And honestly, if you live in a foreign country where your life is like interesting or like at least not the normal like American wake up, I go to work or I go to school and I fucking get bullied in class and whatever, and I go home and I sleep with my teacher, normal shit. Like, then, take little videos about that and then put your music underneath. Boom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think something to also keep in the back of your mind is if you're really trying to be like a social media influencer type artist.
That word.
I know,
Influencer.
right? Influencer. If you're trying to be that, something that's nice to think about is how are you providing value to the people who are about to view your content? Like, what are you actually giving them,
Yeah, like how helpful is a 60-second video about whatever, any topic?
Yeah. Yeah, how helpful.
Are you
'Cause
shitting
we've
on TikTok
all-
right now, John?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's too bad.
That's
That's
sad.
fair.
It's so good.
I know.
And
It's
even
so,
if like
so good.
yeah, no, like a lot of people are not providing any value. And like in some
Yeah.
ways on TikTok it's just funny dumb value, which is fine. But like
Right.
there's so many artists out there who just post like
Well,
their
sure.
FL Studio file in Ableton and it's scrolling and they're like new beat, dog, check it. And it's like what are you really giving them? Like sure you put your heart and soul into that song and
Maybe.
like that is a form of like you are providing value, but someone's just scrolling on TikTok, like they're not gonna give a shit, unless it's the most amazing thing they've ever heard in their life, which for most people's probably not that one beat you just made today. Maybe it is though. I don't know.
I think TikTok's decent at getting your name out there and getting something out there. If you have something good to provide, then that's useful because you can then
Right.
See, I would
people
agree
can
with
go
that.
and find
If you're a
it.
chef,
I feel like Instagram is better for brand and artistry.
Ew.
Like
Instagram's so bad.
I fucking hate
It
Instagram.
seems more professional,
so gross.
but it's harder to like reach
It's
an
just
audience compared to at
floating-
least TikTok.
Oh
it's
yeah.
just like floating resumes with fucking lies and deceit all over it. It's fucking, I
The reality is
And a
they're all
bunch of,
fine.
Look at me.
Right.
Whatever.
And they're all flawed.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all like,
It's
honestly,
Social media.
can we just vote to go back to MySpace? Can we just like make that a thing?
I tried to go. I logged into mine the other day. Actually, like,
Did
I
it
literally
work?
Checked it out. It did work, but everything has been deleted because
Yeah.
they've gone through
They
like
don't have servers.
migrations of their shit, and they just lost all sorts of information. I was really
Yeah.
hoping I could find. There was a situation that happened when I was really young. I used to be my very first DJ name when I was like in high school or even middle school was
Oh.
DJ Johnny Lightning.
Oh.
That's sick.
that is sick.
What's funny is there's a SoundClick account somewhere out on the internet that still has that music on there. But I had
Johnny
I had a
Lightning.
MySpace for it, and at one point I got approached by some dude from Chicago who also went by the name DJ Johnny Lightning, and he approached me and was
What?
like, "You need to change your name." And he
Yo,
was like,
no.
he was
Yeah,
picking a
hey.
fight.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey,
With a
hey.
13-year-old?
He wasn't even.
I'm
like,
pretty
hey.
sure. I'm pretty sure I looked at his profile, and he was just some like bartender that was like 40
Sick.
years old.
Yeah, he's like, yo,
Had like some hole in the wall bar.
Man,
Right.
I don't know.
Imagine if it was still
But I was like, what the hell?
DJ Johnny
Why do you
Lightning.
care?
Mm-hmm.
DJ Johnny
Honestly, you
Lightning.
should just make that project again, just to spite him,
Still have the Fruity Loops projects.
and then put out.
I still have them.
You still have them?
hilarious.
I still have them. I have the very first projects I ever started.
Oh, that's actually amazing. That is amazing.
Dedication to backups.
I don't.
man.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
I don't have all the way back into the FL era, but I have
Same.
everything that's Ableton, which
Yeah.
is like
Ooh.
Yeah.
it's just like sub 8 months or something, something like that. But I
That's
have
pretty
all
good.
all the songs from FL
Nice.
On-
Nice. Yeah.
print.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. I
But-
don't have the project files, but I have all the WAV files. Or I think at the time I didn't even know the difference between MP3 and WAV.
Well,
So
sure,
all of
but
mine,
just-
they were
but
like
just
all
prints.
MP3s. Yeah.
We
Just
didn't know what the
prints.
difference
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the first time I printed, it said like ETA like 8 hours because I just like I don't know.
Like 192K.
I,
Yeah,
I
big
think it was
number.
it was just the default of FL.
Higher quality. Let's go.
I think it was just the default, and I was just like,
Dithering
okay, and it-
triangle.
right, and it just
That's
like
what I want.
hook for it. I was like, Gary, what's happening? what's he's like, oh yeah, you just want this, and it was like, meh. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Hallelujah.
I thought this was the rest of my
it's
life.
like when you're trying to learn how to like render video.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know which one of these I'm
Yeah.
supposed to do at all.
There's a trillion.
And then it's just like
Exactly.
24 hours. Like,
Is this
Is
the
that
right
right?
one?
seems
Yeah.
odd.
Try another,
but
and
then
it's
you
like
go-
30 hours.
Yeah.
And then you try another, and it's like 18. And then it looks like shit. And you're like, I'm going to go back to the 24, I guess.
Right. It's the same when it comes to like 3D art too.
That's why
The
people
whole
go to
of the universe.
school.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why people like try to take classes and learn about this stuff.
Exactly,
I'll
right.
learn
But at
about
the
that
same
shit on
time-
TikTok, dude.
I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
That is something that's nice about having a Gary in your life who's a little more knowledgeable.
Right, just
Even
somebody
if
to
they don't
kind
know
of
everything.
set you up.
Yeah, somebody
bit,
that
yeah.
just knows a little bit more, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're doing a dumb thing. Like, let me just change this one thing, and
Right.
your life is like 400% easier."
That being
100%.
said, I will say, and to connect this to music production, like I think there is value in the struggle as
Sure.
well. Like
Oh.
it's great to have somebody there to help you through your issues and get you to a certain point, but there is like
The
at least
nature.
there's a silver lining to when you do sit in a vacuum and try to figure it out all on your own, and it builds. In my mind, it's like a mental muscle you're
Right.
basically building.
Character.
100%.
Character.
Yeah.
You're building character, baby.
Yeah.
Building
Character.
character. Chaos.
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 Chahos. That's how I thought it was until I was like 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Chows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chahos.
John, I think I remember when we were in the car at some point,
Yeah.
and we were talking, and when you first started making music, like there was nothing like the YouTube how
No.
to make a blah blah blah.
There were forums.
There were
There was-
forums.
Shout out
Right.
Dogs on Acid
Yeah.
for anyone who
Yeah.
knows what that is.
Wow, let's go. Yeah,
That's like the-
forums
Of course,
and
of
like
course.
magazines.
That's the OG. Yeah,
OG.
yeah. Actually, I got the one thing that got me into music production was shoplifting.
Oh yeah.
Because I literally
little
was.
klepto John.
If anyone's ever heard of Computer Music Mag, or like, there's also Mix Mag, and there's a whole bunch of other ones. What else is there?
There used to be a lot more.
There's computer Future Music was the other big one. Computer Music and Future Music. I would literally go to Borders with a buddy, and we would just swipe magazines,
yeah,
and that would be like our little thrill.
that's so.
And then I'd go home and I'd
Sure.
be like, hell yeah, I got this DVD with like 400 more samples.
Right.
Hell yeah.
You're like, I'm set for
And
life.
then
I never need anything more.
And then I would literally like read, they had tutorials written out
Sure.
in these magazines,
Yeah.
and I would go through them one at a time. And I went through every single
Yeah.
one because it was all the content I had.
I remember that
Beautiful.
shit.
for you.
Yeah.
My dad would get those magazines in
Yeah.
the mail,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'd just be sitting looking at those things just on Acid Pro, Sony Acid Pro.
Acid Pro.
Guys,
Calm down.
Calm down.
I was a good boy.
He was like fucking 45 then. He's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Fun
young.
stuff.
getting
Yeah.
magazines from my dad at 45.
Yeah, there's something fun just about plowing through the abyss of the unknown, where you just you.
Is that what you call that?
That's what I'd call it. Yeah.
Plowing through the abyss.
Yeah. Like you just, I don't know,
Of the
you
unknown.
you develop your style in a way where it's just you and you're really, really comfortable with the tools. Like
Yeah,
sure
it is
you
beautiful.
right,
Mhm.
right. Like sure a bunch of tutorials like will tell you and you will get comfortable no matter what over time. But I don't know, there's something just special about
Yeah.
just going at it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Also, just find people that know shit so you can ask them questions.
Oh, so you can skip all
It
the dumb
is
bullshit
so
parts.
much.
Right.
It is
It
so
is
helpful.
faster.
Find homies.
Yeah.
Find producer homies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's huge.
I think the main situation for me was there weren't a lot. There just
Right.
weren't a lot.
Sure.
Back, especially when I was starting, there was literally me and like one friend. And all the other friends I would try to get into it with, like I'd try to be like, oh, here's Ableton, here's whatever software you need. And I'd put it on their computer, and then like 6 months would go by and they hadn't opened it since the day I came
Right.
over. And
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
they just moved on.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
they're into cars or whatever.
And I feel like during that time, like most people weren't like,
Something else.
All right.
they were car
Pussy.
guys.
That's too bad.
Car
Yeah.
guys with their horse girlfriends. At that time,
Horse
though,
girl.
I don't know. What
yeah, I don't know. I just threw that one in.
Very Colorado thing to say. Jesus Christ.
Horse girls.
What up,
At that time,
Inspector?
a lot of people I feel like weren't like willing to share information either. Like
Yes.
even today, a lot of people aren't, but they're I feel like
Right,
much more
right.
willing
There
to
was
just be like, "Here's how you do everything I know."
I don't think Skrillex has ever posted one tutorial.
Never.
It's not.
Never.
A real tutorial.
Oh, like a
He's
legit
done,
tutorial?
Like,
No.
live
no.
Instagram videos
Right,
where he
yeah.
talks
Right.
about shit.
And he
randomly.
posted like his Ableton project file for his
But very
show
brief.
tracks.
It's like
EP.
It's a
tiny,
troll, is
yeah.
what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Whenever he
He
does
knows.
it. Yeah.
He knows. But
Yeah.
that's also like when you get to the point where you're hanging out with like
Also, sorry, boys,
world-class mixing engineers.
sure.
Like,
He also doesn't have time for it.
right.
Like-
One, he probably like learned up to a certain point, and then he's just like, all right, sick. You guys make them sound great.
All right. I'll
Sure.
make the beats
Right.
with.
Like, I
I'm
trust
gonna
you.
go find all the dopest people and make some beats
Right.
and
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go give it to the
rep
guy
the
who
fuck
trained
out of
me
it
how to
with
mix
my haircut.
Mhm.
and is better than me. Because I don't have
Dude,
time.
I miss those the old Jade Cicada tutorials. And honestly, he took them all down, I think. He took a lot of them down. That was one thing that was kind of sad. I don't know why he did that.
Of course. That is too bad.
I know. I will say for anyone who's
Probably
looking for
self-conscious.
Yeah.
it could be that.
Cringy to him.
It could be self-conscious.
Or maybe he thought something in them was like incorrect, and he's like, I
That-
don't want to give people.
back to self-conscious.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of self-conscious there too.
Which at that point, just edit them.
Sure. But that's work.
Right.
You have to go back and do that thing. But
I've
but I
taken
will
down
say,
videos.
yeah, sure.
Or not videos. Well,
Yeah,
private
Frequent's
videos,
been
but
great. I will say for who was it? Malix / Scope. He just started up a Patreon.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he just
yeah.
started up a Patreon. It's sick.
How much is it?
It's like 15, 10 something.
Mm.
Yeah, Scope. If you guys
It's a
don't know
dollar,
who Scope
guys.
is, it's great.
Go check
That's
it out.
that's a Dawn. Whatever, Pat.
SKOPE for anyone who doesn't know. But
Scope's legit. Dude.
yeah, Scope is
Fucking
sick.
sick.
He just started. Oh yeah, you saw he started a Patreon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yep.
subscribed to it.
Oh yeah, that's when you're on. Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Shout out Scope.
I will say Culprit hasn't had a lot of stuff recently, but I think he's still
used to do.
Well, if you go to his Twitch and you still pay for his, if you pay to subscribe or whatever,
He has all those past broadcasts.
he has tons of past
Oh,
videos that
nice.
honestly are. Yo, what's up, Hoopa?
Yeah.
Oh,
How you
Hoopla.
doing?
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
But yeah, Culprit's videos are really great. I'm trying to think of like if there was any artist. Let me ask you guys, like if there was any artist out there that's maybe responsible for some of the biggest leaps in your knowledge, who would you say, whether it's an artist or just like a person,
Oh,
who's helped you really learn or push your knowledge further?
one for sure. Limp Bizkit.
Fred Durst.
And I was
Fred
gonna-
Durst.
say Snoop.
You're gonna say Snoop, yeah. Legends. Well, they
damn
have
it.
all the knowledge. Those two
I
guys.
should say Dre.
Dre.
Nah, dude, Bootsy Collins, dude.
Learned all that shit.
Maybe-
I'd
why don't we
say
have a
initially Slink.
Slink.
He
oh,
was
man.
like the
Slink.
first one I like
Mr.
started
Bill.
watching.
Bill.
Right, which
Yeah,
led
Mr.
me
Bill,
directly
of
to
course.
Bill
Yeah.
and Andrew Huang.
I think Seamless
Yep.
was my first.
Seamless.
Seamless,
Oh,
dude.
holy shit.
I forgot about
Seamless.
Seamless too.
Seamless
Yeah.
is great. Seamless
Oh my
are.
God.
And it was
Seamlesser.
so hard at the time because like
Seamlesser.
I was going from 0 to 100, you know. And he's very like
He's so technical, though.
He's so technical
Like,
and
you gotta
he's
turn this
trying
knob
to be-
right here, and you gotta
Yeah.
do this thing, and it's gonna do this. And everything
Yeah.
he does. One thing I appreciate about his tutorials, he does it all with Citrus,
yeah,
and
Citrus,
he always
yeah.
does it with FM.
Oh my God,
I
every
fucking-
sound.
I love that shit.
It's
Looking at
hilarious.
Citrus as your first synth is a mind fuck. At least for me at the time, like you don't know anything.
No,
It's
yeah.
It's and there's like
Still is
there's like
confusing.
a
I haven't
7x7
touched it
grid of
since.
FM knobs and
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I would go back to it. I think it'd be fun.
I would
now
try
with
it
the
again.
knowledge
Face plant all day.
or Harmer. Oh, face plant.
Harmer
still.
is
Harmer is sick. I wish I still had that. I used to have it on my old
yeah.
install. And that thing, I had no idea what was happening. I'd like to have it now that I know what's happening. Before, I was still kind of like, this is a mess.
Yeah.
It still kind of is a mess. But once you learn where everything is, also massive. I kind of want to fuck with
Massive.
massive.
Did you guys fuck with Massive?
I-
Were you guys in that era?
I
Massive
swore an
used to be
oath.
the shit.
I
Yeah.
swore an oath when I started in 2015 to I'm not going to use massive.
Oh, really?
Everybody uses massive to make tear out. I'm not going to use massive.
It's interesting how like
And then Serum came out and I bought it immediately.
it's interesting how we like create these mental blocks to the tools that are around because of it's like this. We don't want to be influenced by doing and using tools that everyone else uses, but at the same time, like
Who the fuck cares?
who the fuck cares?
Right.
Yeah,
I
like
agree.
I was
Now.
thinking about this earlier.
Me too. But I do use faceplant for the most part, so
Yeah, same.
it's different than most people's
Yeah,
synthesizers.
It is. It's the best.
I guess as a follow up question, what is the thing that you guys do when you run out of ideas?
What was the first question?
The first question?
What artist has or what person has like taught you a
Right,
lot
the
in the
mixer
beginning?
bill, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do when you run out of ideas?
That's the second
That's
question.
the second question.
To answer the first one, as kind of like cheesy as it is like honestly you.
Aw.
I learned like so much from you. And even if it wasn't like I did learn the
I thought you were gonna have like oh.
I think
do somewhere.
No, it's this one. We
there were definitely times where you taught me like specific like technical things, but you kind of just taught me more about just like how to play with the tools and be creative with the tools instead of just being like this
How to
plus
make this
this equals
sound.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was the most like valuable thing ever. Like I remember one of the first times we ever kicked it, you were just showing me like this EQ you were using to do a bunch of morphing, and it fucking ruined my brain because like the whole time
Yeah.
before that I was just like, yeah, you can't do a bunch of cuts, like do tiny little things, you're gonna fuck up the sound. And your EQ was just like, and like the top was boosted and like all over the place, and you're like, yeah, dude, for sound design, like it doesn't matter,
Like, who cares?
just
Yeah.
like have fun with it. It
All
just
rules
warps
gone.
sound. Yeah.
Yep.
I
And then
remember
that
those
was a moment
days
where I was like,
for myself as well.
Yeah, me
Where
too.
I'm just hanging out with John and being like, the fuck? John, he's like, hold up, this is gonna take a minute, but it's worth it. I know I have an idea here. Give me a second. Then just like routing and
Yep.
all the most ridiculous shit.
Multiband parallel,
Yeah,
fucking throw
no,
cone
I
here.
get it now. It did do a cool thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now I probably look like that to some
Right,
little kid.
Yeah.
It's the gift
when
that
I'm
keeps
working.
giving.
Oh yeah, dude. Teach a man to fish.
Yes,
Fucking most
exactly.
beautiful fucking thing
Yeah.
ever, dude. It's so
Exactly.
sick.
Yeah, he'll fuck.
It's correct, dude.
Teach a
He'll
man to
fuck that fish.
teach a man to fuck.
No, teach a man to fish, and he'll fuck.
And he'll fuck.
Yeah, that's how you feed
know?
a woman.
Dick. All right.
What was the second part of the
People,
question?
fish dick.
Second
Okay.
question.
Yeah, what was the second one?
It was what do you do when you get to that
Oh.
point where you just don't know what to do? Like
It's
when
highly
it gets
dependent
dry.
on what I'm trying to do.
Well, let's say you're in the middle of a track
Okay.
and you got 2 minutes in. It's that one part. It's that moment where you're like, okay, I got like all the general ideas out. What's the next? What do? You just open up another track?
No.
Do you? What do you do?
You open it.
There's two.
That's a fair way to go.
There's
by the
two-
way.
Sometimes, yeah,
ways.
exactly. There's a bunch of different. There's no
There's-
right answer. I don't think.
There's
Or
usually
wrong.
two options. The two biggest that I have. One, either print the whole thing, and then just start fucking with that.
Like just resampling and
Yeah,
and
basically
granulation.
buy them on the master, but I'll just print it and then put
Okay.
shit on that channel and start fucking with it and see what happens. But most of the time, I'll just start sound designing again from scratch in the project with what I need to make. Like if I'm lacking a lead, or if I'm lacking pads, or if I'm lacking a bass line or anything like that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a quick little sound design sesh, and it can be pretty tailored because at that point, if I'm 2 minutes in, or if I'm 2 hours in, I'm already have like a drum beat at least,
Yeah.
because that doesn't take any. I can get my balls wet for fucking drums all day, so I can just drums are done, and then I know kind of where the track kind of wants to go, and the rest of it telling me of where it wants to go is me sound designing basically every aspect as I roll, and then usually there's no
Okay.
Yeah.
roadblocks
Mhm.
unless I like sound design 3 times for a lead and I get nothing. Then it's like, all right, take a break, new track.
Yeah.
Nice.
but
Nice. How about you
For
guys?
sure.
I like mute whatever thing that I think is important that I've made and try and make something else, or rearrange some of the other elements in a way that I enjoy, and then bring that thing back and maybe try and rearrange that again. I also like if I've got some sort of layout started and I'm trying to figure something out, I like to try and swap whatever my like lead element is and whatever
yeah,
my
yeah,
bass
yeah, yeah.
element is. I
Nice.
love
Fun.
that move.
That's fun.
Yeah.
For just like a little test. Like, swap them. Usually things just have to change because like the sub's not going to do what the lead wants to do
Yeah.
necessarily.
But it at least sets you down a
sometimes
path.
it's weird.
It
Right.
sets you down a
Right.
path.
That's
you
the
know?
Yeah.
important part, getting
Yeah.
forked.
You got to just
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Figure out a thing that's happening that you can just tweak and like
Yeah, just go.
press on, figure out something else, or just take a break. Take a
Mhm.
break's good too.
Breaks are always good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or as Shehedon said, jerk off.
Shaheladon. Jerk off? Is that
400% on that.
get the juices flowing again? Yeah. For sure.
Get that cream going.
Ba-dum.
Yeah.
It's not bad advice.
You?
Get the juices going.
Yeah, I think if you're at that point where
Juicy.
where if you're thinking about like your fill section or your one little moment, that makes me think like your full left brain, logical brain, and you're completely outside of like the flow state feeling phase of the process, which is okay. You have to get to that point to like analyze and, you know, be like, okay, what is this track and like what actually needs to happen. So at that point, I would do anything to just try and get back into the flow of things. And a way I like to do that is just start like literally just throwing shit at the wall.
See, that's my answer too. Is I literally just do anything.
Do anything to just
Literally
get the ball
anything,
rolling.
because we're like by nature we are reactive beings in the sense like, I mean, we could talk about. I'd love to open the box of free will like any day, but the honest truth is like you just start putting stuff in front of you and your brain's
Correct.
gonna go.
Correct.
Mhm. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You just have to.
Moving.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
moving.
Just,
Yeah.
just and if you're feeling slow or stale on whatever's in front of you, like try to do the exact opposite of what it was you were just doing, and it'll
Right.
It'll just shake it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Rearrange the drums.
go buy a plugin.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go find like
dude.
I asked
nothing juices
Seppa,
you up more.
I was talking to Seppa about this, and he said the same thing. He was like, honestly, I'll just go find another piece of gear or find like a plugin I haven't used in forever and just open
Yeah.
it up and
Yeah.
start playing with it. And then once you at some point you will stumble on something.
100%. And it
you'll
usually
wanna
happens
dig.
pretty quick.
Yeah,
It's usually in the first 5 minutes you've been like, oh, I'm not having fun.
oh yeah. It's also fun.
Like,
Yeah.
every time.
You know what
Yeah,
I love
right.
doing too is take the whole thing and just duplicate, like maybe not the whole song, but like an 8 or a
just-
16, and then delete like everything but the drums or everything,
Yeah.
all the drums.
Yeah.
And like just see what happens.
Just see what
Right,
happens.
and there's
yeah.
there's kind of tricks that are more designed to help you, I think, in different phases. Like when you're
Mhm.
just kind of
Totally.
formulating the track, just moving forward with like just fucking around as
Yeah.
much as possible is
Mute
going to help you the most.
something,
Yeah.
add a thing. Mute something else, add a thing.
Doesn't matter.
Mute
Don't
a
worry
more
about
important thing,
don't worry
add
about your
another
like
thing.
your gain staging. Like who cares? Just start
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
making a bunch of shit.
Yep.
Don't worry about the mix at that point. Just
Right.
Right.
And
right.
then you're in like arrangement, and then like delete random shit, just kind of duplicate stuff, just kind of
Yeah.
start like fucking around in that kind of manner.
Mhm.
And then I would say when it comes to like mixing, that's when I think breaks are your biggest friend as opposed to trying to push through. That's where I think it's like, all right, you don't know what to do on a mix, start mixing another song or go and work on another song where you're not trying to mix and you can just goof around or go take
Yeah.
a break. Like just take a break from the mix
Mhm.
in that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Something that happens a lot for me is like if you're at that point of the song where you have the general idea, but you just
General
need this
idea.
one little thing here or something there. Something I like to play with is just throw like something like really dumb or obscure or something you would never actually use in the song. Something silly to just like take you out of your like very serious
Totally.
headspace.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicki
'Cause when-
Minaj a cappella.
Yeah, sure, right? Or fart
I was
sound or
gonna
like
say,
a
just a
whale.
big ol' fart
Yeah,
in a
big old
fucking
fart right there.
sand.
Yeah. Because like when you're deep in the track and you're like, oh, this is the idea. Like I can't ruin it now. I can't fuck shit
Yeah,
up.
you can delete
You
anything you,
get in
want.
like a gross like creative headspace where it's not like
Yeah.
pure and it's not
Yeah.
healthy. So like just do something dumb and silly and like
Yeah.
get back in like
Beautiful.
a laughable, fun headspace and then maybe just keep it there for a sec and then try and move on to something else. And then you go back to that section and it pops up and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. Well, I heard a rhythm in there. Maybe I'll fucking just
yeah.
insert a different thing or
Yeah, I got
Roll from
stumped
that.
on this last tune I was working on, and I threw in these like brass stabs,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I don't like these,
yeah.
They work
but
so
it
well.
works great.
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. And honestly,
Just like the trap
love it.
brass. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
just like, meh.
they're just
Yeah, they're
Cool.
sick.
Cool.
They work great because it's
they do. They're
so
random as
contrasty.
fuck.
So contrasty.
Yeah.
But they start early enough in the track where it's not very random. You're like introduced. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
here we go.
Man, there's some random horn stabs in
Yeah.
spots in this tune.
I've heard
Sure.
more random things in tracks
Yeah.
before, so
Yeah.
that's funny. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, definitely the random stuff. Like I said, one thing I have is I've got a. Are you guys familiar with what a contact mic is?
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, a contact microphone. I mean, they're common more. I think most often you'll see them like as a piezo that you could attach to like an acoustic guitar or something to get like
The
basically
body.
Yeah, so you can like record the tone. It lets you convert the tone into like the vibrations of the guitar into a signal. But I have one actually, like stuck to the underneath my desk, like right here.
Oh,
And so what I do is I just flip a channel over.
Damn nerd, dude.
Dude, it's
know.
sick though because I
I
just
believe
flip
you, I
over
believe you,
and I
yeah.
just start being like. You know, you
Yeah,
just like start
totally.
fucking hand drumming on your
Totally.
desk, and then it's not
No,
like
I
I want
want
to
that.
use. Yeah, it's exactly. And
You're
you
just
can-
gonna use the rhythm.
Yeah.
You're
I
just
could extract-
grabbing a little thing.
I could right click and extract
Mm-hmm.
to drums. I could vocode it. I could start like doing just resampling it. You know, there's all sorts of weird things. It's not necessarily the most interesting tone because it's like just little clicks. But
supposed to be like a
transients-
sketch.
Right.
Transients
right.
are sick. Like you can do all sorts of fun things with them. And
Right,
they
you
just,
can
even if it just gives you the vision of a rhythm, that's all. that
Right.
it
If
needed
you
to
can
do.
just get a groove
Yeah.
and translate it
Yeah,
into
exactly.
MIDI, boom, you're good.
And
Yeah.
honestly,
Right.
yeah,
that
that's like
big.
that's the exact thing I have, and you can get those on Amazon for like $3. So you could buy like a pack of 20 for.
I didn't know you
Fuck
could get them that cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap as hell.
That's
sick.
sick.
They're
Because you can
so
also
cheap.
put them like on the side of a glass
Anything.
and pour like
Yes.
Oh.
soda in it.
Oh,
So, like,
That one, it probably it's what's interesting is I really want to put it on like mechanical
Right.
things.
Oh,
like,
this
I
guy's
wanna put it
being
on
super
cars.
nerdy with this shit.
yeah,
see,
like,
he's
got it on
He's
basically
got
made-
mechanical.
springs.
That's gonna create like.
Oh, is
kinda
he
like
doing a
spring-
reverb? Yeah,
Listen to that. It's like a spring reverb almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's sending
That's so
stuff to it.
cool.
It's-
And that's exactly
cool.
what. Notice that there is no fancy. I mean, he has a fancy modular, but the honest truth is there's no fancy preamp there. There's no.
right.
You
It's
just
going
plug
straight
it in, and you don't even need that high of a quality of a recorder because at the end of the day, it's the inspiration you're seeking out of it, not
Right,
necessarily the
right.
source material. You could do that.
Yeah.
But-
If you have something like this or like this, you could just sit here and
yeah.
you know destroy the master
Right. No, it's fine.
of this podcast.
I'll put 3 L2s on it.
I just love having it though. I love having it just right underneath my desk, so I can just at any time
Turn it on.
flip. I just have that channel always on. Oh boy.
My fault, guys.
Ladies
I'm
and
sorry
gentlemen,
about
welcome
that.
to the producer
Welcome
lounge.
back.
Hey,
Boot sequence. Initiate.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
It's a fun little trick that I
Hey,
have.
DJ Hookline in the chat.
oh shit!
Oh,
Shout
hooky
out.
boyo.
Here.
How's New York, baby?
Also, whoever said big ups, Mr. Lang. Shout out. Is that Full Metal?
Full Metal.
Why'd we bring that
No,
up?
that
Shout out
was
Lang.
Hoopla.
Hoopla was
Hoopla
saying,
said
he was saying that was
that
back
Lang
when
taught
Ryan
him
Lang.
things.
Oh,
Lang
Lang-
and Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Eos.
shout out EOS. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah, those
people.
dudes. Oh my god. Also, yeah, real quick, big shout to Hoopla and EOS. They just played Tipper and Friends
Yeah.
recently.
Hey, big
Ooh.
ups.
Jesus fucking Christ, guys, you're
Big
killing
ups.
it. Proud of you.
Big
Fucking
ups.
love to hear it.
Just wanted to say that.
Quick
Bah.
send. Bomba
Quick
clat.
little Cindy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great advice
Look at
from
us
us.
go. Yeah. For free to you.
So,
That's right. It's a professional show.
another topic
Yeah.
Okay.
that we alluded to.
Yeah, we should do that.
Low-end mixing ideas and things. Something you brought up a while ago,
Reverb every sub.
was yes,
Yeah.
and make sure it's in complete as stereo as you can get it.
Yeah. Always.
You said this kind of in passing. You said it's amazing how much you can compress either subs or the bottom end.
Yeah.
Is what you said, and I was like, huh, And so like for some reason my brain went to compressing like just straight subs.
The sub.
Yeah, like
Channel.
just a sine wave being compressed, which I quickly realized like, well, it's just getting turned down. Nothing's happened. I can just
It
do
depends
that with
on your
level.
knee and because you can create
Yes,
distortion with
correct.
you know.
And that's what I was like. Does he mean adding harmonics, or does he mean like controlling dynamics?
Exactly. That's the second of those. Definitely
Right.
what it was.
But what I've kind of figured out is like, oh no, it's like if like it's the grouping, it's the group processing of those compression on the bottom end to get them all fucking within
Consistent.
a 2 decibel range
Oh, yeah.
of where they sit and nowhere beyond that, if not off.
Yeah.
So when they're on, they're in between these 2 decibels or 1 or whatever, or none, or they're off. And getting to that level and then also realizing what level that decibel range needs to be at, because I like the sound of sub in my room, so my sub ends up getting mixed
Right.
too loud
Mm-hmm.
constantly, which makes the entire mix kind of wonky and kind of hard to manage because you're fucking all out of slope.
Yeah.
Um,
Trying to slam like a concert in your bedroom. kind of
right.
thing.
It doesn't work. And regardless of like having a sub or not, like in reality, it almost feels thin when you're like, or at least it seems like it is once
Yeah.
it like reaches where it should be, unless you're listening to it loud as fuck. So, this isn't necessarily a question. This is just a discussion
Yeah.
about that. But I found myself shelving fucking the bottom end of my fucking bass sounds fucking constantly now. And just like, because I kind of want the sub. We were kind of talking about this earlier before the pod.
Mm-hmm.
I like having a good amount of sub in the sound design process because I like the, all the harmonics.
The feeling.
Right. Well, not only that, but the harmonics it can deliver when you
Sure.
do kind of slam it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then you kind of shelf those down
Yeah.
post. And fuck, I shelf like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Caleb and I
Yeah.
have been toying around with having our kick and our sub in a group together that goes to the master, and then having the
Oh.
rest of the drums in a group and a music group, and then having them all come. Basically, like the drums and the music group get put together in a separate
And like a
pre-master.
pre-master.
Was
yeah.
that
and
in?
then the kick and the sub go straight to the master, which is not a new idea. I think like that was like a popular thing with like a Skrillex like
Template.
template
Yeah.
that
Right.
came
Yeah.
out a long time ago. And then I think you guys were saying Justin J was
Yeah.
fucking with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
Oh,
weren't
yeah,
there for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
But we've been fucking with it and just kind of giving feedback back and forth about what we're finding. Which one thing that I'm thinking is like, it feels like I don't have to do as much at the master point. I guess the pre-master's handling a lot of shit.
Right.
And then the majority of your low end is getting handled together. So there's the side chains happening there, and they're getting pushed together in a nice way, and you're focusing on them in that way. And you got all your bases going into that same group, and then you get that moment to be able to specifically do more compression or whatever you want to do to like
right.
specifically the sub area of your bases, or like in the like 90 to 150 or whatever range, you have a little bit more of compression going on there to kind of really tame that shit.
Right.
So it doesn't get too wily, because I like that. I love that area.
Right.
But like it will destroy the fucking master.
Right. If it's
just
too floppy.
loud, yeah.
If it's too
Well, that too, yeah.
Because like one thing I noticed in like professionally mixed tracks, like the big boys, is like, 1,000 hertz and down basically is tight like a fucking like a belt. Like it's just fucking. It's just
Like
nice.
a slack line.
Yeah, like it is just.
Wow, that's
It
not
is
that
so
tight.
nice, and like the top end is all fucking all dynamic, and like the vocals are dynamic, but like shoo, everything else is just as rigid as a fucking boner, dude.
Yeah.
Like
I've
just-
noticed that with like top end also. Like,
well, it depends on
if you
if
pull
you're
up, like,
listening
a-
to like Mefuse. Yeah, the entire track
Yeah.
is just a fucking brick.
It's
Right.
also going to be
But-
just very dependent on the genre.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
that's-
some genres call, or it's a stylistic thing too, right? Like every genre,
Oh,
you
totally.
have a spectrum of people who are making it as bricked as possible, and other people who are it's the way it
True.
is.
Yeah.
And then there's other people who are just like, I like having pokey everything.
Yeah.
I like having all my stuff overly dynamic. And
Where are
it's-
you in that, John?
Yeah.
I've
where
been
are
like
you?
honest. I mean, I'm more on the
Hilarious.
brick side, but I will say, like,
God.
I've been learning. I've been finding like it's more like certain areas, parts of the frequency spectrum that I like
Right.
being bricked, and then other parts leave lots of room for
Exactly.
lots of elements. And honestly, I try to instead of compensating for that with just more compression in those areas, I usually just look at it as like I have more room to do stereo and more room to do like separate elements or layered elements and things like that.
Mhm.
Like having
Totally.
more stuff stacked on top of each other, even if they're all working
Sure.
together.
Totally.
Right. Subsequently, too, you get more depth in those areas.
hmm
Yeah.
I think I will say one tool that I use a lot. It's called Limitless Multiband Limiter. It is great.
Okay.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh, it is like you can slam that thing so hard, and it's
Damn.
got settings that, yeah.
Was
it-
that the
it's-
one you were showing me the other month? I feel like that was a different limiter you were pumped on. a little bit ago.
Limitless.
There's a handful of multiband limiters.
Maybe it was a clipper.
Spectral limiting.
Uh,
No, it's
yeah,
not.
Limitless.
Spectral limiting is the other one. Spectral
Oh, is there
dynamic.
Yeah,
one?
M Spectrodynamics. That's
Yeah.
it. But I think they discontinued it this year.
I have it, so I'm happy. I'm
Sure.
Ahead of the curve.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Of course.
So
you
this,
did.
look, yeah, I guess try to find another photo, see if there's any other, because that just doesn't give the best. I mean, you can kind of see it, but each of those EQ bands basically is where a limiter sits, and you can change the curve. If you look at the far left, look at some of the settings.
Yeah. Okay. So you got
it has a
me.
clipper built in. It also has like it has a compressor in front of the limiter that dynamics 50%.
Really?
You can't even mess with the compressor settings. It's just like, hey, if you want it to have like not be hitting,
It's just
the
on,
limiters,
off?
it's mix. It's like 0% to
Oh.
100.
Well, that's
Interesting.
nice. That's nice.
great.
I can handle that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So like if you want only the limiter working, you put dynamics to 0, I think.
Right.
And but some of these settings also don't necessarily make sense. Like you don't really know exactly what they mean. But weighting, relative shape, separation. What separation is when it's 0% separation, everything works together and it's just a one band compressor. But as you turn that
Oh.
up, if you put it to you can put it actually up to 200%, and they all are working on their own. And so you literally are making like whatever frequency spectrums are pushing are going to be getting like the limiting more.
Individually. Man, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's like I said,
honestly,
Is it free?
no,
do you ever throw that on the master?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's a great
That seems like a
mastering-
good
Oh.
mastering.
It's a great mastering
limiter, 'cause,
compressor
like,
or limiter.
Yeah.
One of the
All right,
issues with limiting is
It goes on sale at times too.
Sure.
So, but they're a great company, DMG.
when
That's
you're
some good stuff.
smashing the fuck out of your limiter, you always have that issue where if things are not perfectly balanced,
Mhm.
you're going to get just
What's fun? One of my- what I love-
fucking
What I love
I
doing,
hate that shit.
What I love doing is running Limitless into another limiter after.
Right. Right.
So like Limitless is taking some of the pressure of just like certain frequency bands that might just be a little too hard, and it kind of takes care of some of that. And then you can, I mean, I would say this: if you want to use a good limiter, Smart Limit from what are they called? What's the company name?
I don't know.
It's the same people who made Smart EQ.
I keep seeing
and
Oh.
clips for it on
dude,
Instagram.
it's Smart Limit.
or sponsored
I've done
videos, whatever.
some tests with all the limiters that I could get my hand on as far as VST ones, and this is the cleanest. Sonable, yeah. It is the cleanest sounding limiter that I've ever heard, and you can push it so hard, and it just works. It
The
does,
content
That's
aware
wild.
limiter. This
50
fucking limiter's
pounds.
woke, bro.
I honestly,
It's woke.
50 pounds, dude.
Woke
That's
limiter.
cheap.
dude, it's a really good limiter. And it just works. And it's got the AI settings. I don't care for the AI stuff very much usually, but not in the sense of mixing. Like I use my ears. I use my ears.
That's why
I use my
you've
eyes.
worked on them forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Could you accomplish the same thing as like the spectral limiting with Soothe?
Not really, to be honest. Soothe is
because it's not as hard.
Soothe
of
doesn't
a
let
compression.
you do limiting. It
does
instead
seem
it's
to limit.
It's subtracting though. It like pushes signals away as they get closer. That's not the same as limiting.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like it actually,
No,
it's a form of dynamics control, yes, but I would not say it's limiting.
Okay.
Like it's more trying to remove like that's exactly what it was really designed for. Is it's just meant to remove frequencies that are like the annoying ones, right? And you can target it at any part of the frequency spectrum, but it's especially like all the controls and everything is really focused on trying to get rid of those really harsh high frequency tones that might come from like after you distort signal or just something like that. But
Yeah. That's
like
fair.
yeah, I honestly I think Limitless is a really good one. There was another multi-band limiter that I was messing with. I can't. There was one. It's not Equivocate. It's from those
L3.
Then it's not out yet.
No,
Say, I will say though,
just trolling
L2
all the people listening.
L2 like that is its competition right now. Smart Limit.
Smart
I would
Limit.
say
Wow,
I'd say
cool.
it's better.
For $50, I'm tempted to buy it.
I
Yeah.
would say it's better. Oh, it's a birthday
I'm
deal,
down.
so it's on sale right now. Nice.
I'm down. We'd do that.
Wow, it's Smart Limit's birthday too. Look at all these birthdays
Happy
we
birthday.
have. Damn.
Get a party bee.
All these Tauruses.
Smart limit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you guys ever played with Spectral Sidechain at all?
Yeah,
That's a fun
I
one.
love it.
That's
It's fun.
I need to do it more. Dan Eos, shout out that homie. When he came over, he was showing me how to do that in Soothe, and I played with it for like a day and then completely forgot.
Soothe 2, right? You can't do it in the
Yeah, I think you have
first
to have
one.
two.
Yeah,
Two.
I think
yeah.
2 is the only one that had a sidechain input.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it's
True.
a fun concept. Just
I'm gonna buy
perfectly
this. I'm
aligned
gonna buy this
frequencies
instead.
sidechaining to themselves.
Also,
I
I
like
ended
it.
up buying Big Clipper 2 instead as well.
It's
Oh.
good, dude.
that
It's
thing
interesting.
is so
It's,
sick.
I will say I'm kind of
Ugh.
frustrated about the settings. I liked Did you have one? Did you have
a
Big
long
Clipper
time
1?
ago. Yeah.
It had the 3 knobs at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
that would kind of let you choose how much it should or shouldn't even touch a certain frequency spectrum.
Oh,
And
that's
they didn't
right.
include
Like a little
that in the
notch.
second one, which was actually a really sick feature
That was a
because
really
you
nice
could say,
feature.
you know what, I just don't like the low end being distorted. And you just turn this knob.
Are they
and it'd
trying
be
to do the same thing in a different way on the new one?
Not really.
No.
They like missed that setting. They added
the
other
bias
features.
is
Yeah,
sick.
they added honestly, they added features that makes me think of Ableton's Saturator
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
bass knob and
The heft.
the depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me, and you can do also the bias control,
Mhm,
which is
the bias
really cool.
is one of my favorite parts.
Honestly, it is a pretty interesting sounding distortion unit. I like it.
Yeah, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what I use it for now too. Like you brought that up, and I'm like, I clip with Wave Shaper for the most part because
Yeah.
it's just clean.
It's
it
good.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Any algorithm on there works every time, like regardless of what I need. And yeah, you can soft clip to any degree you want. Like it's so precise.
Yep.
But Big Clipper 2, like, ooh, boy, howdy, does that thing
It's got
like
color.
that, and on like a group, it's fucking like on a drum group. Oh, it's basically my new drum bus.
I don't understand the far right controls. There's the distortion knob, and then there's like the blend knob. It honestly never really gives me that much. Like I turn those knobs, and they don't do a lot usually. Usually
the
they-
blend, I think, is just blending the original.
It's just a
But
mix.
there's
because
a couple
there's a
different
mix
ways
knob on it,
right, but it's a mix in
like
in
parallel
some way. Yeah,
and-
it's still
yeah.
it's still pushing it in terms of whatever you have in and out. I think.
It's crazy that Sweetwater has Big Clipper 1 for $149 right now.
Wow.
Yet
just
the
robbing
new one is
people.
$29.
This one
I
was
know.
so,
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ.
The fuck? Get with the program.
This one was so
Sorry,
good.
boys.
Yeah, I loved this, man.
This one was so
and see, they
good.
don't
Yeah,
actually
the
have a
frequency
limiter.
sensitivity.
This one has a limiter in it
It's
too.
still available, by the way.
for $100.
$150.
Yeah.
I bet it's on sale on other websites, but it's. I honestly still like that.
There's some
plugin, too.
websites it's very much on sale for.
Whoops.
But that frequency sensitivity setting right there, like they didn't have that in the in Big Clipper 2, which is an interesting choice. They went with something different. So they're kind of like two different plugins, to be honest. Like the main thing that they kept was the top left. It's the
still
push
on
and the pull.
the sale, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna go up to $149, so it's on sale for a lot right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think
Those, that right section.
I think this turns it into a mix knob. This like adds them somehow.
I just haven't gotten very much out of it. Like those
Yeah,
two
no,
right
I
knobs,
agree.
They don't
I agree.
do very much. I don't know.
I usually don't mess with it at all.
Yeah.
I only mess with it if I need it to clip, like on a really like a hi-hat. I need it to clip hard, but then I want a little bit of that original like juice back.
Mix.
While I'm looking at my L2, and I just kind of go until it's not coming past the peak too much. You know, it's just coming
Right.
up a little bit more. I'm like, okay, cool. But the distortion is also nice. It doesn't do a lot unless you're deep into a sound design session. You're like slamming,
Yeah.
but it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Also, the top and bottom differentials is fun.
The bias definitely introduces some interesting tone. Like it basically makes the signal sound rectified once you push it in both directions. Because that's what it's doing. I'm pretty sure it's just taking the whole signal and either moving it up or down.
Right, I believe
and
you're right.
keeping like the clipper in the same spot.
Right. I think it's a bias on the axis. Which, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds sick. It sounds wonderful.
It's like a bias on the axis, dude.
Bias on the axis.
Well, this is the producer lounge. We get technical over here, dude.
We do. Well, that's what it's called, right? That's
It's a professional
center
show.
line.
I don't know. I just thought it
Knoll?
sounded funny.
I could
so
call it Knoll. if
I wasn't
you want.
making fun of what you
It
said.
sounded like you were.
I was.
You know what? I
stoked
went
on
my
the-
whole life being made fun of.
It's because of your massive
Shout out.
throbbing compound.
It's your massive throbbing cum.
Yeah.
Folks, welcome to the
It
Producer Lounge.
throbs.
Hoopla said a minute ago, Subpack, anyone?
A minute ago. Yeah,
Subpacks,
Subpack.
yep.
I haven't tried it.
I've never
but
tried
it's
one. I've
not-
always wanted to.
I like the idea of people putting it on the ground and putting their feet on it.
Oh yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
idea, but I don't have money to buy a Subpack right now. Like,
I think they've been sold out too. I think they've been like hella sold out, and they've had like tons of issues getting more made. So
Really?
like, I'm pretty sure it's
probably
like,
the Cobalt.
It's like
Parts from China.
It's heavily it's heavily back ordered, I think. But
COVID.
yeah, it's a common thing to use on the floor. I know Tom
Factory breakdown.
Kyoto uses it on the floor.
Shut up.
I just want like full body armor of Subpack. Like fucking chest piece, arm pieces,
a
pants.
haptic suit.
Yeah, I want a haptic feedback suit for Sub.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually,
I'm feeling.
let me listen to this fucking new banger.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It just literally compresses you.
If Austin got a hold of one, he'd probably make music just for the body.
Right.
Right.
It'd be like
Oh.
weird movements all over your body.
Oh my
Right, right.
god.
It would just be
yes.
like flowing and like weird patterns.
You're just
Imagine how much you would
throwing
learn
up
about
and
just
shitting your
sub
pants.
movements.
Well, I mean, you just
from
have to
that.
fuck with your face. Like that's all you'd have to do is just you would just get very good at controlling these different individual. The thing is, in order to have that truly, you'd have to have like an 8-channel or for however many speakers you had, you'd have to have that many channels of audio. So it wouldn't be able to just be a stereo audio file.
Right. We're back to the tree at this point.
Right.
Just a tree you wear. Actually,
Fuck, that would be
it's
sick,
the other
though.
half of the exhibit. You go to the exhibit where we have a tree of speakers, and they're
yeah.
they're only playing 300 and above.
Yeah. Right.
And then 200 and below, you everybody as they come in has to put on a full haptic suit.
yes.
That's
oh
like
my
wired
God.
to a neural net above us, and everybody
call-
walks around and just feels the music.
I call this song Heart Attack. It's designed to give you a heart attack.
Welcome to
be
cardiac.
amazing.
I found like the resonant tone to your heart.
Right,
It'll
exactly.
literally stop your heart or make it explode like a glass.
That'd be terrible.
Right. This suit detects your
The
the
resonant tone of
BPM of your heart, and then it matches it, and then just
Resonates.
starts to
reverses
speed
the
up.
phase of your heart pump.
Ooh.
It phases it.
That
Yeah.
sounds so.
Phase
That sounds
your
like the
heartbeat.
worst thing to be experimenting with.
Yeah.
Like
You get
just
an aneurysm.
the journey of the person who tries to make this kind of music.
Idiot.
It's not going to be
It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
rip.
We just go into Dave's studio one day and he's just on the ground. We're like, oh, guess he figured it out.
I figured out how
it's
to
like-
make DMT trips based on just sub notes alone.
Dude, it'd be like, honestly, it's like the equivalent to The Ring, but for music.
Oh.
Like you'd walk in and you see someone dead and he was wearing a sub pack and you're like, should I listen to it?
Right.
Should I put it on? But then you put it on.
What
and
was
you
he
die.
making?
Right.
Right. Exactly.
What
Oh wait,
was
so
he making?
in the ring you die in 7 days, right?
Yes.
So you have somehow a 7-day
This would
delay.
be 7 hertz. You die in 7 hertz.
You die in
7 hertz is just like, it's just beating me.
Ow.
The sub pack is just beating the shit out of you.
That's funny.
This is amazing. All right, here's a challenge for everyone.
Challenge. Accepted.
You get 8 harmonics to work with. Make a song.
Easy.
Yeah, you get the bottom 8 from like what?
Can I make
Sub.
Can I make more?
No.
I can't distort it because that would be making more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can make more,
Almost
but
everything.
you
Like
can't,
Makes
everything
more.
will make more.
you can't go past
Putting them
your
together,
8th
playing-
harmonic.
So the song is low pass.
Dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
get
it's a dark song.
darkest little. You get 8. What do you do with your little 8 little wigglers?
It only goes up to 8 hertz.
I feel like
no, it's not 8 hertz.
Oh,
no, it'd be 8 harmonics.
8 harmonics.
You get
oh,
harmonics.
You get
1 hertz
from
2
starting
hertz,
where?
3 hertz.
No,
starting wherever you want, I guess.
So let's say you
Whatever
did
the key
F
of the song
sharp
is?
0.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
0 would be
whatever
like your
the-
first fundamental harmonic,
Nice.
and then you get 7 up from there. So you have 8 total. So we're back to the sub body massage.
We're making a song
Shitting your
in
pants.
fucking C.
Oh, I just make some
Oh.
dub techno, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like your super low pass fucking
go.
kick that's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but here's the you can play with, you have those 8 harmonics, but you can play with any inharmonic in between as well. So you don't just get purely those 8.
it's still
so
just
you
gonna
can,
be.
It's a ridiculous question.
I know it's
I,
weird.
I like it though.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you remember for one of the
I make dub techno. That's my answer.
Yeah.
I make dub techno.
Yeah.
I make dub techno.
For
sub drops.
Just
All
sub-
sub drops.
Just all sub drive.
I mean, honestly, at the end of a lot of
Shepherd sub drops.
at the end of a lot of Tipper's earlier tracks, there were usually like hidden songs at the end of his albums,
Beautiful.
That's
and
cool.
a lot of times they would just be like sound design for the low end. Like
Oh,
it would just be
what?
like sub frequencies doing weird stuff, and
What
it's because he
cool.
used to be involved with like the bass competitions, and when I say bass
What?
competitions, I mean like back in the 90s when people had cars that were full of subwoofers and they would literally try to be loud as shit. Remember those? I don't know if
No,
anyone
I don't
They
know
still
what that
exist.
is.
They still
They
exist.
still exist.
You just
Oh, damn.
connected so many dots though for me.
Yeah, that's why also all of his
Yeah,
like,
there's
album,
shit.
all the EP art for his
Tassels.
early
It's like
stuff
weird
is
cars.
Cars.
Yeah, and
with,
it like one of
with
them is like
subwoofers in them.
with subs. Yeah,
Yeah,
and one of
because-
them like the license plate says like 33 hertz.
That's exactly I mean that's basically the type of music that he made for
cool.
the longest time before any kind of club environment. It was always
What?
meant for like sound design. Yeah, it was sound design for cars to blast at like shows like that.
Can we bring that back?
If you want,
Car
go ahead.
competitions? Yeah,
They
that
still
sounds
exist.
sick. That's so weird. Car guy psychedelic bass music. I love it.
Yes.
He made some of that in Cubase. Let's go.
Yeah. Good old Cubase.
We need sound design competitions now. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm so
oh,
down with sound design.
fucking
competition.
the Whittler did a really, really fun thing the other day where he did like 3 random competitions. And I happened to pop in on the second one, and then me and Caleb participated in the third. But his second one, he just did like a little like 30-minute challenge of you have to do a sci-fi space cruiser flyby. So what would it sound like if you just made like a little
Right.
spaceship like yeah. Yeah. And it was so much fun.
I'd have a person screaming.
yeah, right.
No, that's from Nope. That fucking fucked up movie.
That movie is so sick.
That's crazy.
I have not seen it yet.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's
No.
fun.
Then
It's
I
a lot
will
of
not
fun.
spoil anything.
Yeah.
Please
You-
don't.
Hey, John, you haven't seen it yet?
I haven't
John,
seen
you
it
haven't
yet.
seen Nope yet?
Oh my
man?
God, John!
You're supposed to say nope.
You're supposed to say nope.
Sorry.
You're supposed to say
Wow.
Trying to set
dude.
you up there, but you
Wah,
missed it. So.
wah, wah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
no. What a beautiful combo that was. But yeah, the sound design kind of competition to even just make something small like that is
Yeah.
super fun.
It's
Yep.
super fun, right? We
That's
should
super
start.
fun.
Slink used to do
Well-
those in his Discord.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Slink. That dude's an OG.
Dude.
Slink is an absolute OG.
He's an
so,
OG.
Two mentions.
He's so
same
fucking
podcast.
Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what did Hoopla say about
Australian.
Nyquist? Shout out Nyquist.
Oh, he was saying that he tried a Subpack over there.
Oh, nice. At Nyquist's place. Cool.
Yeah.
And that's
All the
what convinced
shout-outs.
him.
Nice.
Austin's blind, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting contact soon and a bunch of surgeries apparently.
Oh yeah.
So,
Don't even get started.
sweet.
on
Here we
that.
go.
Yeah.
I'm
He's gonna
scared.
get the cock.
Cock in my eye surgery, you know.
No, I mean just
Do you want your microphone
cock.
tighter?
Oh. Bigger cock helps
I
me
have
see.
enough.
you know?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no,
Bigger
it's been
cock
like
surgery.
literally drifting. This
Yeah,
whole
we all know
Help-
the surgery.
Sorry,
help
I
my
didn't
one
realize it was
eye.
So loose.
Perfect.
Do you guys want to go a little lightning round?
Yes, I have
do it.
5. I
You
have
have
5 to
five as
add on
well.
to yours. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hold on, let me make sure they make sense for you because I just made them for me.
Oh, Caleb controls the
Yeah,
lightning
of course. It's my fucking
round. All right,
thing
all
that
right,
I made.
All right. Sure.
Start.
Oh, I see. Start here. The
Yeah.
second one down.
No, maybe I don't know. I trust you.
I mean, we talked about evolving kick transients last time, so I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
After
That's,
that.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have a cool trick with kick transients if I could.
Oh
really
yeah.
quick.
One last little tip.
Little tip.
let's go.
Yeah, you can actually, if you have Shaper Box, you can make a transient splitter with it. It's a pretty, I can post the rack somewhere, but
Yeah, we can put
basically,
What
it
are
on
you
the-
splitting
It's-
in the transient?
well,
That's
the
correct.
idea is you don't split it in frequency, you split it by time. Like you
Oh, so
basically,
the transient into the body.
transient would be on one side, and then the body would be the other channel.
Oh,
yeah.
fun. Okay.
Exactly. And what's cool is if you can macro them together so that you can like kind of choose how long you want the
Are you using the
transient to be.
audio thing?
Yeah, the audio
The
trigger.
audio triggering?
Exactly. You
Yeah.
use the audio trigger so they both and as long as the settings on both of them are identical, then they actually create no phase issues between
Nice.
A to
Nice.
B. And I've been using that, dude.
Oh.
What I've been doing is any kick that sounds like shit, it's usually because the transient is shit. And all you have to do is you put my transient splitter on it, you just solo the transient part, and you can distort the shit out of just
Dial
that,
it.
dial it in, like low pass it, do all sorts of weird things to it, and eventually you'll get like a new sounding kick. It's pretty dope.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then you can also compress the body on its own.
Let's go.
I'm
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this.
We got some
Anyways.
homework for everybody in chat and on TikTok. We see you over there.
Yeah.
Trying to
TikTok
join.
motherfuckers.
All right.
All right,
Oh wait,
Um,
so before Caleb goes, real quick, let's explain the little rules, just because nobody knows. We don't want to hop into it. Everybody in chat, everybody on TikTok, we're about to do our lightning round, where we just fire off random questions. Feel free to take part. Throw in your answer into chat. Could be simple. Could be a 5-page paragraph.
Don't.
Send it.
I'm assuming this is if you had to choose one genre
Yes.
to make
For
to
the rest
listen
of your
to.
life.
Okay.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
you had
all-
one
it's
genre.
It's hypothetical.
Yeah. Pure hypothetical. If you only had one genre to make, what would you make? Caleb, start it. I know, that's a tough one.
I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't have to. So
But go.
let's go jungle.
It's true.
Jungle,
Ooh, that's a
really?
good one.
Damn.
IDM.
Yeah, I
IDM.
was thinking IDM because
Dude,
you
I
could
would
kind of make
yeah,
anything.
You could
out of
make so
IDM.
many cool things with IDM, but
You
like
gotta do anything.
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a cheese
Make one
answer.
genre. Glitch hop.
Okay.
Don't
worry, folks, it didn't stop.
I mean, I want to
Down
go
tempo?
blues, but
But
then
it-
there's R&B.
Yeah. Oh, we got jazz. and
Probably
down
country
tempo?
rap.
Country rap.
Country
Okay.
rap.
John's
I'm
gonna
gonna
go country rap.
Yep.
Shaheladin says jazz. I like that.
Yeah, Shaheladon.
Technically everything's
Oh,
jazz.
Hoopla
She
says
on with the jazz.
down tempo.
Down tempo. Let me pick
Yeah.
the
I
broadest.
I would say the quotations indicate IDM.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
just gonna say
Right.
that.
I know you're serious, Shaheladin. All right.
Dude,
Next,
Sheldon, we know your desire for jazz.
next
Yeah, you're
question.
cockeyed jazz.
Next question. You guys
Next
ready?
question. Yep.
If you had to make one tempo.
You get one tempo.
My turn.
Oh.
Yeah, start it, John.
Sure.
I mean, honestly, 120-ish.
Really?
124. It has so many things you could do with it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's got,
You can't half time the drums though. Straight drums.
you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Well,
no, you said
You can
tempo.
halftime in the drums.
that's
said
no, that's
tempo.
fair. That's fair. I
You
said
didn't
one
say
tempo.
you-
Anything inside that tempo. Okay.
My
that's fair.
project would be locked at 120 or 122 or 124 or
Really?
7, whatever. Whatever.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yep.
I think I would go 90. I'd be happy with 90 for the rest of my life. It'd be cool to have.
We got some 140s in the chat.
I know,
And that
I
was
see
honestly,
that.
I'm kind of regretting. I wish I would have said
Oh.
140 because,
You get
that's-
halftime or kind of speed
There's just
housey.
so many things
Yeah.
you can
Oh
also
shit,
do at
140 is kind of good.
150 would be a cool one.
I was gonna
to be
say
stuck at
150.
too. Anyways,
70
Dave's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 90 or
Yeah.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
78.
Mhm.
Ooh.
78. Oh,
78.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
78.
boom bap.
Yeah.
Favorite tempo? 78, dude.
182. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't remember the
If
third
you
one.
have to, would you give up kicks or snares?
Kicks. I give up kicks.
You'd give up
I would
kicks?
keep my snares.
Really?
Yeah, I need to keep those.
Interesting.
Snares.
It's such a John answer.
Yeah.
To me,
Snares.
there's nothing wrong with it.
I would keep snares also.
I will
could-
insert trash cans.
Dude, I could just, I mean, honestly,
Oh,
I could just,
you give up snares. You want to
Yeah.
keep
Yeah,
kicks?
yeah,
Kicks.
Interesting.
Because the question is, are you giving up kicks or snares?
Yeah.
So if
Yep.
people are answering with, I'm assuming they're giving up.
I guess if you
Okay.
want to like cheat and use 808s, on either side you get a cheat.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Make
I
the
would just,
thing-
I would just use subs.
So that's a
I'd
Right.
just be like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I would make
Right.
so much, what is it?
I can't do that. No
Not
way.
two-step.
I
Just
Probably do
sub.
lots of juke.
Yeah.
Juke.
Juke with my snares.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
We got some snares. We got
I'm getting rid of snares as well.
Goodbye kicks. Wow.
Damn.
Snares.
Polyrhythms
Yep.
or straight?
ooh, polyrhythms.
Mm.
Does that include like swing?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You
cool,
you
cool.
can swing your straight or swing your poly, but it's the concept of
Like grid or no grid,
straight.
basically?
No, like a straight 16th rhythm, or like the classic like house chord thing where it does like the dotted thing.
Right. Bump,
yeah.
dump, dump,
Yeah.
dump.
Definitely
You
I
can
don't
polyrhythms.
think
swing
this is
either.
a very well thought out question.
That was
but I'll
perfectly
go
thought
with
out.
polyrhythm.
I'll go with poly as well.
I go with poly.
Yeah.
Because I can get pretty damn close to straight. Ooh.
Pretty close.
This one doesn't finish. Will popular music ever evolve past? Oh, I see.
The bottom,
I see.
yeah.
I see. It
Yeah.
just looks. I made a dumb error.
You're good.
Will popular music, that's the wood poplar. Will poplar music
Poplar.
ever evolve past kick, hat, snare ideology? I will say no, not for the time being.
Wow.
Oh wait, what? Not for the time being.
Yeah,
it-
popular music.
But
Popular
part
music.
of the
not
statement is
pop music.
ever.
Ever.
Thousands of years
Well,
from
that's
now.
then that's
Whatever.
Ever. I'm gonna say
well.
yes.
Then yes.
Yes.
Then that's an
Yeah.
obvious answer.
I'm not trying to change your
At
answer.
some
No, but
point,
that's
a
a good point.
meteor will hit the Earth, and we will all reset, and it'll be
Yeah.
whatever
So
fucking
then, just
noises.
off the top of the dome, not going too deep.
might go straight.
When we
kick
get rid
snare
of
from
kick,
there,
hat, snare, what do we replace it with?
though.
Beep and boop.
Oh, low beep, high beep, mid beep.
Probably
And boop,
distorted
I mean.
vocals.
Beeps
Screech.
and boops.
Probably meme noises, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to picture if
Seals
TikTok
and
is the next
dolphins.
phase of human evolution, like what comes after that. Eventually there's going to be AI generated.
Look, you're
music
not
that's
on the
just-
right side of TikTok, John. You obviously don't understand. the
Yeah, you're on a
TikTok.
weird TikTok lane.
You've got deranged ideas about what goes on TikTok. It's actually pretty nice out there. I don't know if you got one, but you're obviously liking some fun
Wild
things
shit.
if you do. It's all about the curation. Anyway,
Next, using nothing but splice samples. Is that okay?
Yes.
no.
Is it okay?
Depending on
Sure.
how you use them.
I don't think there's anything wrong with doing
I like that answer.
I wouldn't. It's not my flavor.
I like that answer.
Mhm.
No, it's not okay.
All right.
we see you out there.
From the gut.
Only TikTok samples?
Only TikTok samples.
Yeah, if you use nothing but splice,
Oh,
it's like
splice,
you gotta at least on a release. I guess I should have like.
Does Splice let you
caveated that.
sort by popularity? Can you
Yes,
go look for like
yes.
the
You-
least popular
no,
stuff?
you can look by random.
You can look
which
by
is
random.
the only way to look, dude.
Yeah.
That's where you find all the sauce.
I wish you could sort by like
I know, least.
and you
I
could just
know.
go find the stuff that people
You can
have
go.
never
You
used.
can go new,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Simple club music or complex club music?
I need more. I need a follow up to explain
What?
This
simple or pop or like what is it
simple club music
or complex.
or complex club music?
Complex.
I mean, I guess I would say complex, but
Okay.
Depends on the club.
Oh, sure.
Well, there's no
Stupid.
diapers in this question.
we're talking
so-
for Club David.
Club Dave. Yeah.
I would say that DJ, but
I
I'd
like
say that
simple
about.
complex music. I like
Simple.
I like simple complex.
Simplex.
Okay.
Simplex.
Simplex. Actually,
Listen to
that's our
Simplex.
that's our new genre that we're coming out with soon.
Simplex.
For the sake of it, I'd say simple because it's club music. I like
Right.
other music complex, but for the club, I
just
kind of
feel
want it
like
just to be fucking slapping. I'm just trying to
complexities.
dance.
For the rest of
tough
eternity,
to
though,
hear in
how
a
many
club.
simple
this
songs
is not
can you pop out?
ever is not in this question. I don't put ever in my questions
That's
for a
just
reason.
what I'm imagining.
No,
Every
that's
question.
No. Everything is. This is all hypothetical. You can answer by saying poop stain, and I'll be like,
Oh.
okay, that's his answer.
Country
you know,
rap.
it doesn't really matter. Yeah, country rap doesn't matter.
Country rhythm.
Compressor on the master. Yes or no?
Is a limiter a compressor?
Oh.
Depends on how you depend on the
I
setting.
don't
like
think in this
limiters
question it is.
Are classified as a form of compression.
Right, but specifically,
Yeah.
like if you have a limiter on there, you compressing beforehand.
I'm just gonna say yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with John on this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
I say no.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go no on it.
Well, all right. All right.
Oh, and a
Shahel
yes.
says
yeses.
yes. DJ Hookland says yes.
Wow.
We're all in agreement.
I was the only one on that
DJ
one. Wow.
Hookline also
You are the-
says
Herpes.
simple for majority and complex at certain parts. I'd say that for energy level, like in terms of like chill and then more intense. But for the most part, I still
Really
want it
does depend on the
simple.
club. If you're in a place where you can
Yeah.
hear things really well, then like complex is nice.
Yeah.
If you're at the church in Denver,
Yeah.
simple. It's gonna work
please.
better.
Yeah, please.
It's rail
just sounds
into
like-
church.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the EQ of their room up
we,
on the,
we do.
Yeah, that is the church nightclub
over
EQ.
there.
I love it.
Yeah, that's on the house mix.
Accurate.
Church night club.
Episode
System
1,
EQ.
episode 54, if you guys are curious.
Hoopla says yes, but just a bit. Yeah, that's definitely the compressor on my master is like it's a 2 to 1, and it's doing a decibel to like a decibel and a
Yes.
half.
Really?
Yeah,
That's- and
yeah,
that's
it's
a-
just riding, and the attack and the release are long boys.
Yeah.
They're super wide open. Because I just have it. I have a limiter beforehand that's like doing some pushing, and then that compressor kind of breathes a little bit of life back into it, and then I have another limiter after that just to catch anything, basically. But it's kind of mix dependent.
Yeah.
You know, if things are kind of already glued by the time they hit that limiter, and I kind of like it bricked, you know, leave it bricked. Favorite way to make breakdowns quiet before the drop. So we've kind of talked about this before
Yeah.
with like you can shelf your highs and lows before the drop and bring them back, or you can compress on the way to the drop and then bring it back.
And we just get to pick one?
Yeah, just one of your favorite ways. I'll say I definitely like compressing on again like a 2 to 1 kind of bus mode. It depends. Sometimes it's a fast attack, like a super fast one, and a long release because I want it to catch everything on the way down.
Sure.
Or it's a super wide open one because I want it to kind of be a little more transparent as it's coming down. But that's one of my favorite ways.
It's a good one.
Describe what you're automating.
I'm
as
automating the threshold.
the threshold. So it's just getting more and more compressed.
Yep.
And you got
and,
auto
and
gain.
No,
auto gain.
auto
no
gain
auto
is
gain.
off. Auto gain is off.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is- that is
So
the
it's-
key there.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of tucking the whole thing, and it's again, it's like just grabbing a decibel, 2 decibels, because overall mix, That's quite a bit before the drop
Yeah,
comes in and it
yeah.
goes back to null.
I'll use a compressor if I get to pick one. I like to do like width in a direction.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good.
and yeah,
Yeah, you don't necessarily
high-low
have to pick.
passing or
You don't necessarily
whatever.
have to pick one like to put
But
on there, but just
Compressor, if I only got one, I would do compression. And I'd do heavier than what you're talking about.
sure.
Interesting.
I'm a filter boy.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Nice.
Filter.
Filters, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
with
Oh yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Filters are the best. They're easy to abuse though.
Yep.
With that resonance, you can get
Yeah.
a little
Oh yeah.
wily. But
Dude, are we allowed mid-side with the filter also, or do we just
It
get
doesn't
straight
doesn't
filter?
matter. There's
There's
this
not
is-
one.
This is not a
There's
limit.
Not one.
This is not
then
limiting you.
I feel like
question.
I
filter
just said
is the ultimate.
one.
Then.
No,
Even-
this is
Filter.
favorite
It's
way.
not.
yeah,
to make
no,
breakdowns quieter.
Because then you get 3 different variables.
Anyways,
You get stereo,
Um,
you get filtering, and you get volume.
It wasn't favorite ways. It's favorite way.
yeah, it was just you just have to say one. It doesn't matter. There's no stipulations on this question at all.
Lightning round.
We
Yeah,
got
correct.
EQ.
Yeah.
Got some filtering.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Filter boys.
Yep.
I love a high and low pass. Just
Exactly.
Me too.
Yeah,
or
that's
not
so good.
pass. No,
Shelf.
high and low shelves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
a little push.
pushing down, squishing, skinny.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to feel
Squishing,
like it's going
Yes,
away.
squinty,
behind
skinny,
me.
squish.
Squinty.
Squinny.
Last one. Favorite filter plugin.
Oh.
I'll go first because I wrote
Favorite?
the question
Just,
down.
Just
Yeah.
a,
Send
a
it.
popular one that you like a lot.
Send it.
Yeah, that I use most of the time.
Okay.
The drop.
Yeah.
Drop's my favorite.
The drop.
Drop's great.
I use Simplon a bunch. The back filter one. I'm not too crazy with my
Yes, you
filter
can
use.
say
I'm like
EQ if you want.
I'm
Mhm.
split between Pro Q3 and also, but I'm also. I mean, honestly, I've been digging. What is it?
Volcano 2.
No, Volcano is all right. It's all right. But no, I've been digging that Kirchhoff EQ I was talking about last
Oh.
time.
Mm.
Kirchhoff is honestly, it's really, I don't know. It's just
And you
feels
use
good.
it for like automating a filter.
sometimes.
Okay,
So
okay,
if
okay.
I literally this is the decision. Do I need to automate gain
Correct.
or frequency? Like, and I mean if it's
By filter, I mean frequency.
well, I mean in my case I'm doing both. Like sometimes I just use filters for poking frequencies and
Sure.
doing like lots of stuff. But
Mm.
like if it's just up and down movement with gain of certain bands, that's actually when I go to just Kirchhoff. But if I am making fast movements, I'll use Pro Q.
Nice. I think I would say shade. Ooh,
Shade's
did you
a
hear
fun
that
one.
whistle? That was
That is a fun
brutal.
one.
Shade. Shade. I love shade.
Shade's fun.
Shade's cool.
Shade.
Dude, quit throwing shade, dude.
Shade.
Goddamn. All right, word.
All right, do we do it?
Shade, yeah. Who's that?
Oi says
Let's
Hoopla.
go.
Rift is
Rip
sick.
filter, yep.
Dill Quint says shade. Let's
Yep,
go.
my man. My man.
Dill Quint,
You know
like
what?
and follow.
I'm gonna have to change my answer.
exclamation
Actually,
Discord.
Surfer EQ. I'm all
Surfer
sur-
EQ is
Surfer
sick.
I forgot about that.
Well-
I use that thing so much, man.
I've never used it.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
so sick. Surfer.
Seems sick. It seems.
You
Is
just-
it
you just-
reliable?
Yeah, you just stick it on the
I didn't ex-
harmonic.
I didn't
and then
expect everybody. Yeah, it does
actually-
work really
It
fucking
works
well.
Does it?
so
Yeah.
Wow,
good.
okay.
I didn't expect everybody to say EQs. I would have said favorite EQ, but
I mean, these are.
I didn't.
I use them all as filters.
yeah, I guess I'm just thinking
Yeah, homeboy
filter
said
in a
shade.
classical sense.
Then I would say my Sherman filter bank. I love the tone of that thing.
Yeah, okay.
My Sherman filter bank.
I like
I'm
my
not-
Sherman filter.
That
bank.
thing's
I love it.
insane.
It is
It
fucking
is
sick.
fucking
That thing's
intense.
insane.
I don't
as
know what
fuck.
that
Yeah.
is.
It's retarded.
Well, we can play with it sometime.
It's modular.
Okay.
It's a modular.
It's
No.
yeah, it's a piece
Yeah.
of hardware.
Yeah, hardware.
It's a very analog filter that is meant to be pushed and scream. I mean, the little icon. Pull up as a final thing.
Was
you
that
should-
racist?
Wait,
Funky baby.
Funky baby, don't
Are you
bring
being
that into our
racist?
chat, please.
Jesus, funky. The first thing he says all night.
you should pull up
What did he say?
as a final last thing.
Bootin'
Pull up
pedant?
the icon for the Sherman filter bank. Just look up Sherman filter bank and just want you to see. This is the icon for their logo. I just add logo.
Filter bank.
Add what?
Add logo
Oh,
to the search term.
Logo. I can find the mouse.
I love it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's DJing right now.
Yeah, get a close up of the actual thing.
It's just
Or
it's
the
just a
device.
dude like screaming. That's their
Yeah.
logo
The
on the
device.
news.
that's fun.
That's a filter,
Yeah,
and it's nuts, and it
Jesus
makes
Christ.
really fun sounds.
and
It's
that
also
It's just
$800.
a filter. Why are there so many
blue-
knobs?
Dude, that blue knob in the middle, the very center one, yeah. That one, each of those, it clicks to different pieces of the dial.
Yeah, that's right.
and each of those clicks basically introduces different types of harmonic distortion on different harmonics. So you can like
Okay.
literally be boosting it. Like one of them is like just pushing even, one's pushing odds, one's pushing
Oh.
like the first 3 harmonics. Like
Oh,
it's
fun.
crazy, and it's doing it all in an analog manner.
Only $800.
Yeah, it's only $800.
Only 800.
Hey,
You can if you
as
go
low
to
as $73 a month
with
with
a
a
firm,
firm. Learn more.
sponsor us. us.
Damn, guys.
That's fun.
We just
That's
blew
fun.
through
amazing.
an hour and a half.
Yep.
Wow, look at us go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. It was a very active chat tonight.
Yes.
TikTok was blowing up. Everybody always showing up for those Restrussy episodes.
All right.
Sheesh.
Restraint, where can people find you? On the internet, not at
I
home.
always struggle with this one. I mean, I guess you get Instagram. I have SoundCloud. None of my music's recent.
That's fine.
Working on it though. Got
Yeah.
some new stuff in the works. Don't
Beautiful.
worry.
Mhm.
I heard something going on upstairs with a
House.
think break. That
Mm.
was
Yeah,
really
there's a
loud.
think break.
I
in
like
I'll
that.
show you that.
Yeah, I
want
want
to
to.
preview.
I
Yeah.
want to fucking hear that.
Yeah.
I
It's
That's a
like.
fun one.
I like me a think break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As Kyoto said on the Mr. Bill podcast recently, John's very humble.
Yes.
with
One of the
his-
most intelligent guys we know,
Shut
which
up.
is very true.
He's just vibing. He's just vibing. He just likes making fucking tunes.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You don't need to find him.
Right.
What? Why?
Funky baby.
No, but seriously.
Get that French
go,
out
go
of
talk
here.
to him. He'll talk to you back.
Yeah.
It's
I
true.
will, I will respond at some
true.
point.
Folks, thanks for tuning in for episode 106. Shout out to Restraint here, our buddy John.
Shout out to you.
DJ Johnny Lightning.
Johnny Lightning.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Go tell your friends about this podcast. We don't promote. Hit the follow button. Exclamation point Discord in the chat. Gets you access to the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in there hanging out. Folks,
All
we'll
right.
see you next week here on the Always 400 channel.
Later, everybody. Shout out
And
Hoopla.
until then,
Shout out Full Metal. Shout out Shaheladon.
we love you guys all.
Fuck you, Funky Baby. Oh.
Fuck yeah.
Rock on, metal, bro.
Saturation, compression, analog distortion, parallel process, phasers, flangers, tremolo, vibrato, sidechain.
Oh my
You
god.
name it, we've got it here. We'll teach you how to make a fat ass fucking whoop. You can handle the bass, so join.
Folks, thanks so much.
You guys should honestly you should make
Throwback.
like a Life Alert style commercial,
Oh,
but for always
Jesus.
400.